Hey guys, Desolate Magic here. We've got a Banhammer dropping today. Unfortunately, it doesn't involve Standard or Pauper, which is weird because they got the the Committee of Concerned Paupers, the CCP, I believe it is. They've come up with some good stuff lately, and they're actual players, like from the community. Like that was a wonderful idea to put that together. But they've been pretty quiet in the last couple months. I just can't believe nothing was banned from Standard. But when was the last time they banned anything useful from Standard that wasn't a year late? I mean, Scoot Swarm. That's overstayed its welcome, to say the least. But we'll get into that. Winota joined our forces, and Tybalt's Trickery is banned. So the question is, what format? And the answer is, unfortunately, Explorer, by everybody who just left the video. So what is Explorer? It's literally just like Pioneer : what we had done so far. Sincerely, Wizards. I mean, that's my opinion. They didn't obviously state that, but that's literally what it is. They even kind of copied and pasted the entire ban list from Pioneer and put it into Explorer. So it's just Explorer. We're going to work our way backwards and eventually get parity in Pioneer, but so far we're going to call it Explorer. And they even said Explorer's going away once they design cards backwards and then reach the stopping point for Pioneer in Arena. So this is an Arena-only format. It might be on MTGO, I don't know, but it's digital only. So pretty obvious why these two are banned, but I'm going to read it anyway because it's pretty funny. So Winota, a card which I personally hate, and I haven't even played Explorer. Winota Joiner of Forces is a known powerhouse, allowing aggressive decks to quickly present overwhelming boards against unprepared opponents. Yeah, she's a win on turn 4 card, we all know this. Although decks centered around Winota currently coexist along other viable archetypes within the full Pioneer format, they're gonna unban her later, aren't they? Anyway, she has proven to be just as effective when working within the confines of Explorer's smaller card pool. What do they mean just as effective? Clearly the answer is more effective. Also, what are you, her PR team? You're banning her. Why are you using apologetic soft language like proven to be effective? She's awful. She's broken. She's overpowered. She's format warping. Like, use some terminology that implies why you banned it instead of apologizing for her. Jeez. So decks built around her are showing both an extreme amount of play, ooh, there's the harsh language, and high win rates across Explorer game modes. Speaking of Explorer game modes, they never added Brawl, even though they said every format, or every game mode that's in other formats, we're going to add to Explorer, and by that they meant not that. Because they didn't add Brawl, but if they did, people would play it, because Historic Brawl is awful and includes a bunch of crap from, one, Historic Anthologies, and two, Jumpstart. So I guess they fear it would be too good, and anybody dumb enough to spend money on Historic, they would be a bit irked by that. So God forbid they piss off a small amount of people and then make a format that's playable. That was the only interest I had in Explorer, was Brawl. Oh well. By the way, these two cards, Tybalt's and Winota, they should have been pre-banned, obviously. There's this other game called Magic the Gathering run by a different company called Wizards of the Coast, where they pre-banned, when they created Modern, a whole bunch of cards. An enormous amount of cards that were problematic in the format before it, plus just known to be, predictably problematic. And that's the time to piss people off about their favorite card going away, is when you create a format nobody plays it yet. So the fact that they didn't pre-ban these, let alone anything else problematic that hasn't been banned in Pioneer, boy, that is not how you do it. People are sick of playing formats where they sit and wait around for Wizards to fix it, and when they finally pull the trigger on it, 2 more cards from some crap, Legends or Anthology or whatever are added. It's terrible. I mean, what was the playable state of Modern in the last 10 years? Maybe 30-40% of the time it was comfortable? How long did we wait for the very obvious Eldrazi ban? Come on. You gotta go faster and you gotta get out ahead of these. Now, that said, they did say Explorer would have a more rapid response ban, and here it is. But with their language of extreme amount of play and high win rates, and then they said, and the card has quickly dominated the format. That's not even an option. Even if their strategy wasn't to ban stuff really quickly, they still would have taken action against this. Come on. So she's banned. I'd say no suspension, no timeouts, no backsies, no test time, but we all know they can and probably will unban this at any time. They say, as this is our first Explorer ban since the format's launch, we want to reaffirm our intentions that cards banned specifically in this format will become playable again as we realign the ban list to match Pioneer. Don't do that. One of Explorer's primary goals is to make people have to defend themselves on turn 4. Oh, sorry, I misread that. Is fidelity to the Pioneer experience. Why? If people are playing Pioneer, they play Pioneer. Why the hell do they want it in digital? But I don't know. I'm not in that community. So we intend to maintain this ban for only as long as it proves necessary. Look at the card, read it, and tell me that ever needs to come back. Shut up and don't ever unban it. When additional cards are introduced to the format... Oh, by the way, in case you're not getting it, my suggestion is they should also ban it in Pioneer. obviously. So, yeah, when additional cards are introduced to the format, this will naturally change Winota's relative standing. As such, we currently plan to unban Winota and reevaluate her position shortly after the release of Dominaria United this fall. If you think that Pioneer is going to even resemble Explorer at that point, or the other way around, then you clearly haven't seen the Wizards of the Coast job site. It's got a couple programmers and game designers on it, last I checked. Which, by the way, is why Pioneer's not done yet. Also, they made Alchemy instead, so just in case you need more reasons to be pissed off. But before I cover the amazing justifications they did for the second card, Terrible Terry Tate, aka Tybalt's Trickery, the triple T of the Magic world, I've got to quickly mention Into the AM. They got some new designs, they got some new sales. What else is new? Go check it out. You can get shirts for under $20 with my code. Just type in the code DESKThreads at checkout or just click the link in the description. It'll do it for you. And you get 10% off things that are already on sale, already part of a bundle, already part of a bulk purchase, or already on clearance. I mean, I just dropped like $90 there and I got like a closet full of clothes. It's insane. It's actually cheaper than my own merch. And better, my gosh, that ink is basically indestructible. So go check them out. Let's talk about Tybalt. So Tybalt's Trickery! Explorer has once again given Tybalt's Trickery access to cost-effective enablers. Should I just cut the crap right now? I played it in Historic as a joke and I would win on turn like 3 with it, okay? With some cascading combo where it's basically Charbelcher. You may have seen the deck on live stream. It was the one titled, literally Charbelcher. It was only somewhat sarcastic. It pretty much was Charbelcher. So they go on to say, blah, 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 cost-effective enablers and powerful payoffs required to threaten a very early combo kill, and it's a combo, and it's a glass cannon. We all hate it, and why did we print this, and why does red get a counter spell? And now get this, the card is already hated beyond words in Pioneer because of Throes of Chaos, which is a card that, it's just a red Cascade card with Retrace. I mean, I don't even need to put it up on screen. You guys know what it is, probably. Now, is Thassa's whatever the hell banned in Pioneer? I don't know. It was just banned from Historic. I don't even know if it's in Pioneer/Explorer. I'm not sure, but that was the problem, but still. So these decks still aim to finish the game as quickly as possible, win or lose, without any opportunity for meaningful interactions from the opposing player. Yes, preach it. This creates an extremely negative experience. Really? You care about those all of a sudden? Oh my god, I got some other cards. Would you like to hear about them? One's a land destruction deck. Wake the Trolls? That's still legal for some reason? The 7/7 warded manland where the entire rest of the deck is board wipes? That would be what we call an extremely negative experience anyway. So the play rate of this travesty is quickly growing. As a result, Tybalt's Trickery is banned in Explorer. Since Tybalt's Trickery is not currently a mainstay of Pioneer play, this ban will not... Wait, not... What? Did I get that right? Hold on. Since Tybalt's Trickery is not currently a mainstay of Pioneer play, this ban will not be reevaluated as aggressively. Okay. As Winota's. Okay, what they're saying here is they've got such a carefully balanced, meticulously handled and curated and ban-controlled Pioneer format, which, sure you do, that they have to have Winota as part of it. Otherwise, instead of, 8 Tier 1 decks, there will only be 7, which they have a little bit of a point, but still, who the hell wants to react that quick to a stupid Winota? That's just, if I go first, I win, and if I don't, you might be able to disrupt me. It's garbage. Why would anybody want that? So players can expect a follow-up by the time MTG Arena fully switches from Explorer to Pioneer. Which you would think is when they would do Winota. When would she ever be welcome back, including and up to when Pioneer comes out? Come on. Outrageously stupid. So, players who have Winota or Tybalt's Trickery as part of their in-game collection on MTG Arena prior to May 12th will receive an equal number of wildcards of the appropriate rarity for every copy they have not previously received a wildcard grant for as part of the May 12th game update. I might be getting some, but I felt like Tybalt's was banned in something else. Or, wait, no, instead of banning Tybalt, they did Thassa's whatever the hell win the game thing if your library's empty garbage. I think. I could check, but honestly at this point, who gives a crap? So they go into all these details and scenarios. Okay, you cannot be compensated for a card being banned more than once. There you go. That is how the rule works. I don't know why they're making it more complicated than that. Due to late-breaking technical issues, players will not receive in-game notifications of the ban. Oh my gosh. I love how it hasn't even happened yet, and they're already like, we already know about this. We've got like 24 hours to fix it, and we're still not going to. but we did take the time to apologize and write this paragraph. Hey! So anyway, yeah, you're not going to be shown the type or number of wildcards that you receive. We apologize for the inconvenience, and we hope that hope to have this corrected for any future bannings. Once the ban is in effect, players will see additional in-game warnings on the card's format legalities when crafting additional copies. Yeah, if you haven't seen the pop-up, it's like, hey, jerk, what you trying to build there? This is already banned. Cut it out. I believe that's word for word what it says, if I'm not mistaken. So let's move on to what they didn't ban. Well, Waking the Trolls, literally nobody plays it anymore, and I still want to ban because it's a land destruction loop deck, and I hate it. It has 0 place in Standard, which is where it's currently legal, FYI. Then we got Scoot Swarm. Come on, that's like number 1. Westgate Region, I mean, does anybody like that card? The whole ward discard is just too hard to kill, and like in 2 turns you're dead. I feel like for that mana cost, it's not unheard of, but in Standard it's a little much. I'd like to see it gone, but it's not like top of my list. Terragrid, everybody's just sick of that crap. Nobody really plays her that much anymore, but she's just annoying. She's in a hyper control deck, but if you're going to play that, people have just moved on to Manlands. But if they banned Hall of the Storm Giants, for example, which absolutely needs to be banned because the entire rest of the deck is just board wipes and control, well then people would resort to going back to Terragrid. And I've seen a mono black like discard, attrition just trash where it doesn't even let me play my deck at all, and now they gave them enchantment destruction, so you have no way of playing around it. Prosperous Innkeeper, especially with New Capenna coming out, or already coming out, just no. Creature ETB go wide crap with like life gain, anything green-white right now they need to do something about. I still want Elvish Warmaster banned. Have you seen my Elves deck? Like, nobody plays Elf Tribal anymore, but if they banned their way down to like get rid of the tier 1 stuff, like high priority ban stuff that I want gone right now, as does most members of the community, people would just start playing elf decks. So like, why not ban that too? I just hate it. Teleportation Circle absolutely critically needs to be banned immediately. That thing is so broken in Standard, it is ridiculous. Zera San, I hate him. Card's unfair. He was out before Ninjutsu, in case you think he was actually from the Space Japan set. Nah, he needs to go. I hate him. Vorinclex, I'm on the fence. I guess you guys want him banned, so I threw him in here. Skeletal Swarming, there is no excuse for that card. That card's a disease. Delina, get rid of her. Avalanche Caller. Yeah, Hexproof Manlands, we don't need that. Nobody really does that anymore. Nobody really plays like snow decks or ice decks or whatever they are, but yeah. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord, I mean, yeah, it's seeing a resurgence, so people playing slow these days if you want to kind of slip in under the radar and just kill them real quick. And that card is the one boosting all the goblins, so it's a little much. Whether people are still playing it or not, it's still too much. Angel of Destiny, hate it. Add to the list that other white win-con flippy thing that everybody hates. Faithless, whatever. Just everybody across the board hates alternate win-cons. But Righteous Valkyrie, that is critical. Everybody's playing that. I would actually be surprised if that doesn't get banned probably within like a week or two. They have to get rid of it. I think Scoot, Valkyrie, and Teleportation are all gone. And they're just waiting because Capenna, came out and they're waiting for the dust to settle. I don't think they even need to do that. What else? Xanathar, just keep your hands off my card, sincerely. Everyone in the community. What more is there to say? I hate Xanathar. Hallowed Haunting, for obvious reasons. Green-white enchantment, still, tier 1.5, still obnoxious, and that card specifically is going too far. I would maybe get rid of another one on top of it. But that deck is no longer tier 1. There's some weird thing going on with, like, artifacts and, like, bouncing and, blood tokens. They went a little too far with that. I'm sure they're just waiting for that to cycle out, but, it's May. Wizards, you tried this crap with Chain Whirler, and people didn't even want to wait, 68 days for that? I don't want to wait 6 months to see that deck gone, thanks. Brutal Cathar, I'm just sick of that damn card. Toski, hate him. I'm only half serious about those last two, but like, it would be nice if they were gone, but they're not a priority. And Memory Deluge, I'm still on the fence about that. Like, they got rid of turns, but like, people are still playing it, and they're playing it. Like, if you got rid of Hall of Storm Giants, you wouldn't need to get rid of Memory Deluge necessarily. They might as well have just called it like board wipe fetcher though in that deck. It's all manlands, everything is board wipes, everything's counterspells, everything's removal, everything's discard. That's the whole deck, and they kill you with their lands. It is beyond cancer, and there's also a Super Friends Planeswalker version of it. If you haven't been on Arena, yeah, that's the fresh hell we've been dealing with in the Diamond League, and it's getting worse. So, yeah, I mean, really, with 4 cards that I'm really hyper serious about, I guess 5 Skeletal Swarming is just nobody plays it. It would be nice. You gotta say it would be nice, and then all the rest, it would be really nice. 5 cards ain't that big of an ask, Wizards. You never ban that much from Standard all at once, I don't think. I think the record's like 3 or 4, but come on. Well, I guess the last ban announcement in Standard, they banned like 96 cards from it. It was the entire, like anything with an A series on it, which was just Alchemy Trial Edition that they were trying to slip in under our radar, saying it was part of the trial, or like the welcome decks or the onboarding process. I forgot the real term. The Arena new player experience, you know? Well, it turns out it was just Alchemy Jr., and then they just banned them all from Standard. So 90 plus cards gone. They killed almost every deck I owned. So that was the last Standard ban. It was in the 90s, okay? It was a lot of freaking cards. So, okay, there was that. I don't really count it because those shouldn't have been legal in Standard, and they weren't legal in Paper. And for the record, they weren't legal in Best of 3, aka real Standard on Arena. So if you don't count that, it's been a while. What was the last ban? Like Omnath or something? Or... oh, something related to turns, I think it was. Yeah, but this is coming from the people that never banned, like, Zenith Flare, or Outlaws Merriment, or Yorion, or, like, Brash Taunter, Peer into the Abyss, that Cancer, Veto. Dream Trawler, Lurus, was never banned from Standard, in case you forgot. Luminarch Aspirant, that's still legal. Winota, remember her? Embercleave, they never did anything about that? Yeah, so am I holding my breath waiting for them to ban the couple cards I want gone? No. Should they do it? Yes. And that's about all there is to say about that, really. So, hey, you know what you should do instead of playing Arena, because it's really still not fixed and not in a playable state in any format? Go check out the amazingly priced apparel with code DeathThreads, 10% off from Into the AM, and I will see you guys next time.